Why? What's wrong now?
Well, since you asked, I'm feeling very, very weak, so I'm suspecting anemia. I don't think I'd have fallen down the stairs this morning otherwise.
Stella, you tripped on your rope, that's why.
Oh, believe what you like. Honey, would you get me a energy drink or something? I'm feeling really the need.
Yeah, I'll get you something.
Hey, don't drink too much of that crap, Stella. It's full of sugar, you know.
How many times are you going to that window? You're making me nervous by the minute.
Why are we here anyway? Why are we at our place? I just don't get it. Why hasn't he arrived here yet? I sent him more than enough for the trip. And we left a note, Stella. Maybe it blew away. We should have stayed home, that's all.
Oh, won't you ever learn, you poor sucker?
Stella, in spite of all he's been put us through, I care for him, okay? It's just too bad that you don't.
David, he's no good. Our cowboy. And I've racked my brain for a long time trying to figure out why, especially when Eddie, his brother, is an angel. Could it be because he wasn't breastfed like Eddie? I read an article a while back that said that's when bonding begins.
Oh, Paul, that wasn't the trouble. Not on your life.
Well, it can't be his blood. There wasn't anyone like him going back in my family, and nobody in yours.
Look, his friends led him astray. That's what happened. I've been saying that forever, haven't I?
Well, and I've been telling you he was no worse than them. Not one of them, as far as I ever knew, went to prison, David. Only him. Our cowboy. That heavyset kid, he actually became a teacher, didn't he? And the other one, the kid with the big teeth, you know, joined the army after high school.
Well, there's so much water over the bridge now. The main thing is that he's changed. He's written that he has, and I believe him.
It's supposed to rain soon, I heard. Anything yet?
No. Why is he taking so long? I just can't figure it.
Yeah, Dad, I just looked in on Eddie, and he should be done at the computer at any time now. And he finally, after 3 days trying, hooked up with some man in Utah with 2 carriers who is available to help us. Good news for once, isn't it?
Well, he wasn't thinking of Eddie.
Oh, I see. Oh, I should have known.
All right, all right. At least we have ourselves a deal now. I just received an email back from this guy up in Provo in reply to my contacts with him over several days. He and another driver can be down here in 2 days. They haven't carriers, Dad, but a pair of flatbeds which can be rigged up to do the job. He assures me 6 units per trip can be brought here, which ought to be enough to meet our minimum needs.
Well, that's a relief. Maybe now you can unwind a little. If only there wasn't this other matter to
Let's leave it at that, Irene. Okay? Now, anyway, if they show up at our place early enough, we can have them on their way within the hour, and then they could be here for a pickup and then start back first thing the next morning. Meaning, we could have our first deliveries on the floor in 4 days.
Yeah, I'm taking it in, Eddie.
Someone, of course, from our place will have to go with them for authorization papers, at least on the first one. I'm thinking of Harvey Simmons from sales. What do you
Simmons,
think
you
about
say? No, actually, Eddie, I have a much better choice.
Oh, like who?
Well, why don't we send your brother to the coast with him? He's bound to get here before they do. Come on. You might as well get him in the saddle right away.
If he shows up at all, you mean?
He'll show, don't worry. It's too bad I'm not home for him. Why did I have to leave him now?
Because you haven't a computer, and our problem couldn't be solved without one. Now, Dad, please work with Eddie while you're here.
The cowboy going with them to represent Bacone Motors is not going to happen, Dad. Not when he couldn't be trusted with getting us a newspaper from the corner.
But he's turned a new leaf. How many times will you make me repeat myself? So I'm more than satisfied he'll handle going without a hitch, all right? Is it all right, Eddie?
Dad, you're yelling.
Oh, stop it, David. You make my
Simmons
heart
is
ache.
reliable, and he's honest, and he's as loyal as they come. Plus, he's very well-spoken and presentable. All qualities Cowboy doesn't come close to having. So Simmons it'll be,
All right.
if you want to work this thing out.
Let's face the facts here. You never gave that boy a chance to shape up, did you? Instead, you looked down on him, especially you, Eddie. Don't believe for a minute that he didn't feel it.
A man shouldn't be a boy at 32. It's that simple, David, for what it's
Oh,
worth.
so that's it. In your mind, I'm the villain in this piece? Well, that's very nice to know. Finally. Thanks a lot.
Forgive me, Dad, but shame on you. Eddie has sacrificed so much for you when he didn't have to. He's done more for you in 1 week than that loser has in his entire life.
That's it then, throw it up to me. I've often wondered how long it would take.
If you knew how ridiculous you sound, David, you wouldn't say another word.
I know how I sound, then, Stella. Just stay off my back. You want to know something else? I'm starting to think Cowboy was never as bad as all of you keep saying that he was. For the first time, that's what I'm starting to think.
Really? Well, Dad, why don't I refresh your memory some? At 15, by himself, he sneaked into a school after hours, he broke some windows, sprayed graffiti all over the walls, and was leaving with 3 stolen computers when he was arrested.
Sure, wrong. But he was just a kid, like you say, he was 15.
They ran $1,600 for bail and $4 grand for a lawyer to get him probation. Well,
Well, what?
and the following year, I do recall, he ran his motorcycle up on the sidewalk, across a lawn, and through a bay window. You covered the repair bill in full, didn't you? Along with his hospital costs, which came to a pretty high figure.
Look, I thank God that he lived, and I thank
Did he
him
behave
now.
after that? No, not Cowboy. Shortly after that, he drew 90 days in the county jail for beating on a highway patrol car with a tire on it. Dad, that lawyer didn't come cheap neither. And then while locked up, he spent 14 days in solitary for throwing a bowl of soup at a guard.
And let's not leave out the traffic warrants which you took care of over the years, as well as going to his rescue all the times he was picked up for petty theft.
And how about that time I was hospitalized with painful phlebitis? 2 weeks spent there, and he never came to visit me once, so don't tell me about our Cowboy. I have plenty of bones to pick with him, and that is the biggest...
He was around, too, doing nothing, as I remember.
You want the absolute truth finally, Eddie? Well, here it is. It breaks my heart knowing the way you feel so much better than Cowboy.
Damn it! How far are you going to take this? I resent that remark. I resent it very much. I never saw myself as better than him, only different.
Yeah, well, call it what you like. But it hurts just the same.
Yeah, well, you hear me out now. Yes, I call it being different. When right out of college and having turned down tempting offers, I instead chose to stay here and help you with the family business, while he, on the other hand, got himself sentenced to 5 years in prison for armed robbery. I also call it being different by marrying Irene in a church the right way and raising a kid together, while instead he got a half-crazy girl pregnant. He never married her, and even today, he doesn't know where his daughter is. I doubt he even knew her name. I could go on, Dad. You know I can. But to what end? To bring you down over him? I don't want that, Dad. I never did. You mean too much to me for that.
And I wish we were at your house. At least then we could leave.
You made some direct hits, Eddie. No question. But let me say one more thing about Cowboy. He never, ever had a bad word for you that I ever heard. You might keep that in mind.
Eddie, maybe it's time they go. Like this, we're going nowhere.
Your wife's a wise woman, Eddie. You should listen to
In
her.
a sensible word. Well,
Dad,
Eddie?
maybe it's best that you wait at your place. Maybe,
I'm ahead of you, don't worry. All right, I won't lie, Eddie. It has been kind of rough at times with Cowboy, but I always dealt with it. How about some credit for that?
kind of rough, you call it. When time after time he was a heavy drain on your well-being and your pocketbook, then a couple of years ago, he hit you with the toddler, didn't he? you for $5,000, just like that, so he could go somewhere for a fresh start. Money you actually gave him. But then, before taking off for parts unknown, he was sure to steal a spanking new SUV from right off our lot. Cost you $22,000 and you never saw that again.
Well, why are you such a glutton for punishment, David? You enjoy it, maybe?
Eddie, listen. Don't begrudge me the concern that I show for Cowboy. After all, what the hell's he getting from me but that? There's nothing else for him. The business goes to you, lock, stock, and barrel, and so will the house, as well as anything else that we might leave.
Yeah, whatever you choose to do with what you have when the time comes, that'll be up to you. That's something, if you believe it, that Irene and I have never had on our mind.
It's already settled, Eddie, and with our blessing, because you earned it all. Isn't that right, Stella?
Sounds like you're being soft-soaked, Eddie. You better watch out.
Isn't she incredible? Don't you ever let up?
Oh, well, you'd better be thankful I don't.
I don't think so. Anyway, all I ask is that you allow me to handle Cowboy in my own way. The bottom line is that I just have to give him one more chance. I won't forgive myself otherwise, and I'm certain, I really am certain, it'll turn out to have a big chance worth taking. Can you do that for me, Eddie? Please, please?
Hey, Pop! I know you're in there. Read the note. See the old Nissan at the curb. So open up.
Hey,
I'm
this
here,
Cowboy has come. I
Come
knew
on.
he'd be here.
Well, you wanted to
Hey.
do that,
Now
June.
open sesame.
Oh, welcome home, Cowboy. Son, come in. I'm
Good
just
seeing you
thrilled.
again, Pop.
Oh, man. How about that? The family's complete again.
Hey, Ma. Do I get a peck?
Lost a few pounds there, haven't you, kid? We'll take care of that soon enough.
You still peck with the best of them, that's for sure.
One of the first things we got to do is to get you a new wardrobe. Out by Wilson's, he's got everything.
Hey, there he is. How y'all doing, big brother? Been in Texas, you know.
Hello, Cowboy.
And Irene. How's tricks?
I'm fine.
How was the trip, Cowboy?
Hey, I broke down a couple times, but that's how it goes when you drive an old relic.
Well, Cowboy, you must be hungry, right? So why don't we all take off? We'll all go to Hilltop Inn, have a nice dinner.
Irene and I will take a rain check, Dad. We want to get things set for tomorrow. It's a big day, don't forget.
I'm okay, Pop. We had tacos a while back.
Oh?
Hey, you're not alone.
As a matter of fact, no. I came with a traveling companion. Hold on, okay?
Like Daddy comes home, you think he was attending a biker's convention.
You'll have to excuse me, I can't take it anymore, Eddie. I'll be in the bedroom.
They won't bite your head off, kiddo. Come on in. They meet the gang. Gang meet Faye.
It's real nice to meet y'all. I've never had a family of my own. Spent most of my time in orphanages or in foster care, but between you and me, orphanages are better. Maybe not by a whole lot, but they are at least safer. So I do envy Eugene. Oh, I really do, having kin like y'all.
That's what she calls me, Eugene. My real name, remember? Nobody's called Cowboy in Texas except for jerks. And here's my big brother. He's always had it put together, so I call him Steady Eddie. And she's Irene, his wife.
Oh, howdy, lady. Oh, I like your dress. It's cute.
Tell me, Cowboy, this girl, you gave her a lift, nothing more, is that it?
Your father is funny. We are practically engaged, Eugene and me. Might even be wed if my divorce ever goes through. But if it don't, who cares? I'm not a stickler for things like that. For that matter, who is? It is the 21st century, after all.
I see.
Dad, I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
Well,
I wish I...
one and all, seeing is believing and hearing is too, right?
You want to know something, huh? What you need is a good dose of religion in your life. I have always felt that.
To turn me into just another hypocrite! Thanks, but no thanks.
No, we tried to make him into an altar boy once. What a joke that was.
Hey, Ma, once a rebel, always, as they say. So how's business these days, by the way?
So, why?
Just asking?
Look! What an adorable clock you have! Don't you think so, Eugene? With all those foreign numbers, I mean.
Cowboy, I planned this big bash just for you at the El Capitan Resort to celebrate your return home. No expense was going to be, at least that's what I thought.
Sorry, Pop, can't make it. Must be moving on before dark.
Moving on, before dark, what are you talking about?
Well, brother, why
What's
don't you
he
start
saying?
explaining yourself? Let's have it.
Eugene, sweetie, I'm about sensing it's a time to say adios and...
Stay out of this, Faye!
Answer me. What's going on in that scheming head of yours?
All right, here's the deal. Faye and me, the two of us that is, we're sailing for Hawaii in 2 days. One of the less populated islands, it's not the main one. We're leaving from LA and we haven't much time.
Yeah, just a minor detail you failed to mention until now. Well, if you're not
A no good louse, that's what? Like he always was.
This guy in Houston, he's including me in on a fishing business, and he swears it's gonna be a money maker. It'll mean a new start for me, which is what I need just about now. And I was hoping you all would wish me luck.
Cowboy, how you can live with yourself is absolutely beyond me. How do you manage it? You show up here by sheer deception, nothing more after being away. Who the hell knew where? You break a doting father's heart in a few short minutes, and then oblivious to it all, you ask for his best wishes.
Eddie, I should have known.
Hey, I wasn't too thrilled, about having to come here, but I did.
I'm sure of that. So why did you?
Why? Because I have the right to see our father anywhere I like. So don't act so high and mighty, feeling like you have an exclusive. All right, I might have given him some knocks along the way, but I didn't stick around like you did just to grab everything he's got.
How dare you say that?
Get out of here, Cowboy. Leave us in peace.
I'm ignoring what you said, but I want you to apologize for that. Are you at least man enough for that? Well,
Eugene, honey, I hate scenes. Can we vamoose now?
Hey, I'll apologize, sure. Why not? Look, Pop, I apologize. Satisfied?
yeah, I heard it, yes, but you didn't mean it.
Who the hell are you to decide what someone else means?
Before this gets any uglier, why not?
What are you doing to him? Are you crazy?
Hey, I didn't come here to fight. He started with his insults.
Well, you shouldn't have shown him your place at all, but why did you? You must have something in mind.
I'm out of here, Eugene.
Thanks, I'm okay. It passed.
Well, this isn't going to be easy after all this. Hey, Pop, you got to listen to me. I really do feel lousy over the crap I sent your way for years. Crap what you put up with when you didn't have to.
Get a load of him. What's he after now?
Anyway, Pop, I need your help.
Oh,
But for the very last time.
here it
Can't
comes.
you see he's not feeling well? Leave him alone.
Hey, this is between us, me and him. Pop, I am busted. Your cowboy is flat broke. Now, if you would.
God above, there is no
Hey.
limit to him. He'll
Hey.
stop at nothing.
Are you listening to me?
Get
Say
away
something,
from
Pop.
him.
Say something.
Hey, dude, do I have to call the sheriff's office?
Point blank, Pop.
Yeah,
I have to have
911.
2,000
Just make him
immediately.
go, Eddie.
I don't
For the
know
last
where
time.
otherwise. I can't even pay for the next tank of gas.
For
again,
Come
Pop.
on.
Never again. Please, say something.
Let me, Eddie. Say something? Is that what you're waiting for me to say something?
I must have that money to survive. It's life or death.
My eyes have finally been opened. It took today to open them. So I say death. You'll never get money from me or anything else, Cowboy. Nothing. Nothing, Cowboy. Do you understand? Now I want you to leave through that door. And you are not to come into this home ever again. I have but one son. One!
Irene, go out there. Make sure he's all right, that he doesn't drive off.
Yeah, of course.
Irene, wait, I'll go with you.
All right, Cowboy, I have a proposition to discuss.
Screw the bunch of you, nothing but assholes, every damn one of
Wait,
you.
I mean it, Cowboy.
What the hell for?
I said I have a proposition for you. Meet me tomorrow morning at the Credit Union Building at Hempstead and Fifth, and don't be late.
What's this, some sort of trap?
I'll withdraw the money, $2,000, right, and hand it over to you from our personal account, me and Irene.
Don't be messing with me, Eddie. I'm in no frickin' mood.
I said a proposition, which doesn't mean a giveaway. What you must do in return is write that a detailed letter, one that is nothing less than sincere, begging his forgiveness for all the grief that you've brought him, and stating clearly that you do care for him. And another letter to Mom, expressing how sorry you are for having hardened her heart against you. That's it. And listen, should you seriously wish to repent, I don't care for that word either, so strike it, okay. But if you ever seriously want to turn your life around for the better, get in touch with me. So, do we have a deal?
Hey, if you're on the square, sure. I mean, hell yes.
Only words from the heart will do, Cowboy.
I'll get it right. Don't you worry, I will.
Good. Here. Take this. This is money enough for a room tonight and a full tank.
All right, well, I'll see you bright and early, steady, Eddie.